Hello and welcome. This is rooflemonger, my friends. We finally have more Street Fighter 6 content. It's been a bit now, and we got it thanks to EVO 2022. We have Kimberly, as you can see, and Juri, and we got trailers for both, and we're gonna break them all down. Thanks to this and also the PlayStation blog, which has a bit more footage which we'll splice in as needed, we've learned quite a bit about Kimberly and Juri. So before we get to the direct trailer breakdown first, let me tell you a little bit about them. 1. Kimberly. So Kimberly is a student of Guy. I think that big old Azuna drop is a pretty dead giveaway there, right? So she's a student of Guy and also obsessed with the 80s specifically. So as a child of the 80s myself, I can give 2 big thumbs up to that. And in 2022, it looks like we got our second spray paint user, spray paint martial arts, as Isla in the King of Fighters 15 is also exactly like that. So pretty interesting. It's a new character, new design. I dig it. And as for Juri, well, Juri doesn't really need too much of an introduction. We all know Juri, for good or for ill, right? But yeah, so what's up with Juri now? So her whole, Sin, Shadaloo story arc, it's over, it's done, it's resolved. So now she's kind of traveling the world. All signs indicate now in the Street Fighter 6 timeline, M. Bison is finally dead, for real this time, until they bring him back as DLC later. But before we cross that bridge, he's dead for now, right? So right now, Juri, there's no one to take revenge on anymore. So yeah, she's just traveling the world and picking fights, basically. Nothing really much more in-depth than that. Not every character needs a grand overarching story. And when you're popular like Juri, as long as she's in the game, people are happy enough. So that said, that's what's up with our 2 new challenges right now. So let's get directly into the trailer breakdown. So Kimberly once again is a student of Guy, a student of Bushin Ryu, of which in Street Fighter Universe we've had a few practitioners, Guy, Maki, and Zeku. So, well, Kimberly is next in the long line, and she's definitely of that style. Super quick, everything about her is fast, definitely a modern ninja. And the inspirations show themselves right off the bat here. So this very much looks like Guy's old target combo of stand medium into stand heavy punch. Big difference though, unlike her masters, hers causes a knockdown, so that's pretty decent. And this is only the beginning of the Guy inspirations. We have another very direct one here. So this target combo here is just light punch into medium punch into heavy punch into what I'm assuming for her is heavy kick. Her kick's different because it leaves her airborne, so it's not exactly one-to-one like Guy is, but it's definitely Guy inspired. Another direct Bushin Ryu inspiration here is just kicking the enemy and flipping directly off him now. It's pretty different than Guy's version as the range is much more extreme, but once again, just like Guy. Here, next up is either a wind pose or a taunt or something, but basically, yeah, just kind of running in place, getting that heart rate up, right? Gotta stay in shape. Another Bushin Ryu classic, the Hurricane Kick. Now, unlike the traditional Shoto Hurricane Kick, it goes way up in the air, right? It's more about the savagery of multiple hits than anything else. Traditionally, usually a pretty good combo ender, if anything at all, right? Here we can see 2 things out of Kimberly. 1, she has a command run, and 2, she has the Azuna drop. Now, the command run always means command run gimmicks, and we'll go over a little bit those in a minute here. And the Azuna drop's just the classic ninja grab move, right? Hardly unique to Guy. Guy does it in Street Fighter 4 for his Ultra, sure, but like Hand Zone, Samurai Showdown, even Vega in Street Fighter, right? The Azuna drop is the ninja command grab, basically. So she does have an air grab at bare minimum. So now, hey, well, let's go back to the command run right away. So that command normal series that we seen earlier, so it launches, and we can cancel the second hit into the command run. So we have now a juggle on our hand since it launches. From there, we can use the flip kick we saw earlier, and then that seems to be air special cancelable, and we cancel into a dive kick. So this whole sequence here just shows Kimberly is very fast and powerful also in the air. Now we see here, ooh, some shenanigans, right? So it looks like she has some ways to bypass the neutral with this sassy ninja teleport here and sliding forward. This doesn't look like it's a drive cancel. It looks like it's part of her base moveset. I could be wrong, I guess, but you don't see the ink splatter, so I don't think it's a drive cancel. Also, the ender there. Hey, wouldn't you know it? More stuff from Guy. So we got our command normal string here into the back throw, which is exactly a guy string, which you can see right here. So definitely taking after her master. This next sequence here is pretty interesting, and not just because it's a cool combo, which it is a cool combo. So this has a wall splat attached to it. So we have move, EX run, and EX dive kick into wall splat. So normally, to my knowledge, off the top of my head anyways, the only thing I've seen with like wall splats are drive impacts. Like I think Ryu's mule kick EX has like a wall bounce, but not quite a wall splat. So that's interesting. And this means, of course, other characters will have this kind of combo potential down the road with whatever combos they may have. So then sticking to the wall splat combos will definitely become a thing. And unlike Guilty Gear, when they're splat on that wall, you're not going to break. Because actually, that's kind of the first thing my mind went to, I guess. But yeah, so you got to get used to wall splats and then comboing off wall splats. Here we can see Kimberly's air throw. It's EX, which means it's an actual special move and not just like, throw in the air, right? And looky there, combo potential, right? So after the initial spike down here with the spinning Izuna drop this time, bounces the enemy, which you can then follow up from. So potentially some very big damage. Very, very interesting. This is the power of Bushin Ryu, I guess. You're going to get big combos off everything. Now next, it's super time here. So we have the drive impact kind of smashing into each other, and second one always wins, just so you know. Also the hot blues and pinks, that's very 80s colors. So once again, she's a fan of the 80s. And we get this setup here. So this is very similar to, just going off the wall over and over and over. Once again, very similar to Guy here. And it's a bit more cinematic than some. So this might be the level 2 super, because this one's extra cinematic. So this is definitely the level 3. She's rocking to her favorite 80s track here and then going to beat the holy hell out of you. So lots of spray paint, just like Gisela from King of Fighters. Lots of spray paint. Doing, I'd say maximum spider, but I guess this is maximum spray paint instead. And smacks you down with the can. And you can see Luke's face is actually like spray painted as well for the Omega Izuna drop. Really, really cool. I really, really dig it. Given the archetype, this is not normally a character I would say I'd enjoy, but just the energy and everything about her, I actually think Kimberly's kind of cool. And guess what? We got what's in the trailer here, but I got just a little bit more for you. So this is courtesy of the PlayStation blog, and yes, even though it's not in the trailer, you can see here she has projectiles, so it's different. So she shoots it down on the ground, and it's basically like a time delay. And yes, she's shooting spray cans. Also like Isla from King of Fighters. So the spray can explosions are juggling, and then she goes for like the Tatsu and combos out. So since this is a delayed explosion, that means she can move after the fact, and it's going to create the old classic setup of this thing's at your feet and I'm doing stuff. And, are you going to dare hit a button? Because it might explode in your face, and if you don't, maybe I'll throw you, this, that, and the other. So this is like built for mix-ups, for sure. She's going to be a very high-pressure character with all these gimmicks and gigas. And in our second little tidbit of footage here, well, we're seeing all the run stuff. So once again, she has a command run, and that's just raw strike. We also have command run here and into the low, just like Guy. Very tricky stuff. You'll always get caught sleeping with that thing. And this may be an overhead. Looks like an overhead, but we're not sure. And also from the run, you can do kick flip off the enemy, that kind of stuff. Dive kick like we've seen before. And in another Guy classic, when you know it here, run, kick flip off, and then we're coming in for that power bomb. Despite being a speedy martial art, the Bushin Ryu users love their power bombs. It's kind of core to the martial art. What I'm saying here is Kevin Nash would make a great Bushin Ryu user. So that's Kimberly. What about Juri, arguably the bigger star and the star of the trailer? So first thing, well, keeping the bike. So in Street Fighter V was established that she's kind of like, in the biker culture stuff, I guess. The Bancho kind of mindset. And we're keeping with it. Although the hair's different. I think the helmet's kind of silly. If you're trying to portray a badass aura, to me that immediately distinguishes it. And don't worry, there's a focus on the feet because I know how you Juri fans are. And taking off the helmet here, it's an all-new redesign, yet is still incredibly evocative of just Juri in general. And then it focuses on the feet again because they know what Juri fans are all about. So Juri limber as ever, let's put it that way, right? Juri's definitely designed to be the sex appeal character, and they're going to lean into it all the way to the bank. Then we open up with a barrage of normals here. So a lot of the classics are returning, although one change. So stand heavy punch, stand heavy kick, and then this used to be close medium kick back in the day, but is now further out here, so I guess it's its own normal. Maybe it just is medium kick by itself. I actually don't know if there is proximity normals in Street Fighter 6. If you know, let me know in the comments, I guess. Next up, we have this guy here. So another target combo, seemingly, although different. Seems to be inspired by her Street Fighter 5 target combo of medium into forward and heavy punch, but more hits, much more airborne, so I guess we'll see where that goes. Here's a bit of a pose down, because once again, most Juri players, there's a very specific reason they picked her, so gotta give the fans what they want. Next up here, crouch medium kick seemingly into a Fuha attack. Now here's one sure to make a lot of people very happy, because, well, this is a natural combo. Stand heavy kick into Fuha store into pinwheel, which in any other version of Juri normally would not be a combo, but Fuha store now launches very, very high, leading to actual combo ability here. Big buff for Juri. Next up here, you still have the ability to cancel your Fuha attacks into each other here. So you can see here, this is one version, and at the very end, we cancel into the leap and kick version. And we actually got some really big news on how the whole system works here, but I'll save that right for the end. So in this sequence here, one, well, she still has the axe kick, and two, obviously enough, she has the EX moves. So the axe kick itself here, back heavy kick, looks as easy as ever to hit confirm from, and the EX version just kind of blending all the Fuha attacks together. Now here's one sure to make fans happy. Dive kick is back. So in Street Fighter 4, she had a dive kick style of move, and she lost it in Street Fighter 5, so now it's back. And yes, EX version, nice big juggle here, and gets a follow-up after the fact. And still has the gimmick too, by the way. As you can see right there, at the very beginning, you can see jump medium punch here into dive kick. So those old tricks are still going to be alive and well. This is really, really good for Juri. I'm pretty happy she got the move back. Another returning classic here. So this seems to be her level 2 super, and it's Feng Shui Engine. So now she's kind of glowing extra. You can see the big eye flashes when it's happening. And what Feng Shui Engine here, I'm assuming it's like the other games, is effectively custom combos. It relaxes a lot of the combo rules and how Street Fighter normally works. And you can generally just kind of string stuff together and it works. So in this case, it seems to be very much the same. And then leading up to the big final cinematic super here, the level 3 super. So once again here, 2 drive-in packs. Second one always wins, so don't do it first. And then we go into it, and it's a direct callback, in fact. It's to her Street Fighter 4 Ultra. So she launches you up into the air, very acrobatic, right? Knocks you down, and she's so fast she can get to the ground before you can, and then kind of breaks your spine with a big old kick, and then brings you on in. And of course, Juri being Juri, there's a big focus on the feet there, so you can just really see how her feet are. And those fans will be happy, and then just kind of kicking you around. And, well, that's the main trailer, but we got some stuff for you here. We'll see the win post here. She's got her fancy phone with her drill hair now on the phone, which is really weird. It's just really weird, honestly. I don't know. But anyways, we got stuff from the PlayStation blog, and it's big. Juri has been fundamentally changed. So the store system, it's not like Street Fighter 4, it's not negative edge, it's still like it was Street Fighter 5, but you no longer need it. You can do all of her kick moves without a store. Having a store just makes the kick move better, but you have access to all 3 of the moves without having to have a store. And if you have multiple stores, once again here, you can cancel into each other like you could before, sure, but she has her whole moveset available at all times now. Now, granted, without the store, the base move won't be as good, but you will at least have the option to do it. Certainly a damn sight better than how it used to be, because, you know, being able to do it versus being completely locked out until you had a store, well, one's just strictly better than the other. Yeah, maybe it's not going to be as good of a version, but options beat having no options. And of course, store now too, like, is a proper launcher, and you can combo off of it, all the kind of stuff. It is almost a given, unless they really screw something up, that this is going to be the best version of Juri ever, and by a lot. And, well, that is the trailer breakdowns for both the characters. Kimberly looks very interesting. Like, just aesthetically, moveset-wise, everything looks good. And Juri, once again, as we just said here, might be the best version of Juri ever, period. Juri's been unlocked, if you will, her potential. So it's just fantastic. Everything at EVO, there's been so many announcements. I guess this is the last EVO Direct news video I have for you, although we might do more catch-up later on. It's been a lot. There's been a lot. It's been so much, but it's been so good, and I'm so glad it happened. Just a really good time to be a fighting game fan. Doesn't matter what games you're into, man. Everything is going pretty good right now. It's great. But that said, my friends, we're at the end of the video now. So thank you very much for watching. Hope this video has found you well, and go out and play some Street Fighter.
Yeah.